Hey guys, it is Wednesday. Today I want to take y'all through a leg day. I'm going to tell you how to do the workouts. I'm going to show you how to do the workouts. I'm going to show you what the workouts do. Save it, download it, write down notes, all of the above so that you can get a fat butt too. But right now we're going to get a Celsius because not gonna y'all need that. Need that. Too cold. My legs cold. It's just, this is too much. My face cold. I could barely talk right now. Excuse me, Mr. Doggy. Excuse. Excuse. Holy Grail. I'm gonna get a grape one. I'm gonna get an orange one. Pick a color, orange or purple. Orange it is. Treadmill. I am trying to grow my butt, not my stomach. So in order for me to do that, cardio is gonna help with the burning fat. Weightlifting, that's what's gonna help you build your muscle. 10, 15 minutes, preferably if you could do it after your workout, yeah, but I know myself and I know if I wait till after my workout, I'm not gonna do it. I honestly prefer to do it before. But it's more beneficial if you do it after, because the body has already burned through all the energy it's taken to lift weights and work out. So once you start doing your cardio, you're tapping into stored fats because your body already ran through all that energy. That's the best way that I can explain it. If you want an in-depth scientific explanation, honestly, go look it up. Your leg day, you want to start off every workout with stretching. So I'm gonna show you some of the stretches that I do to get me warmed up for leg day. So we're gonna start off with stretching the hamstring. And you make sure you're getting down and almost like grazing the floor. Okay, and you should really feel a good stretch in this, like in the leg that's out straight forward. You should feel a good stretch in the hand. Legs apart, down. This is a good stretch. You're gonna feel it on the inner parts of your leg and the hamstrings. This is good for your hip flexors. You could never stretch your hips enough. And if you really wanna get a deep stretch in your hips, knees on the ground and hit a frog pose. This looks crazy, so if you're in like a public gym, go to a corner and stretch, because you know some people be mad freaked out, but this is a really good stretch for your hip flexors. This is a good stretch. This, ooh, I really like this. You wanna do these, each leg. Yeah, then you could start getting into your workout. You wanna do these before and after your workout. We're gonna be doing Bulgarian. That's what we're gonna start off with. I feel like my thighs, they could be bigger, you know? So this is gonna help with that. And it's also just gonna help with this part of your glute, which is the max. You want that part to grow, so then when it grows, it projects out to the side. If you can't do these, you wanna do a lunge. A lunge is on the ground, you just boom, boom. Similar to a Bulgarian, but if you don't have the balance or the advanced knowledge to do a Bulgarian split squat, then I'm not even gonna tell you to do it, because if you get hurt trying something I told you to try, I don't want you to say it's my fault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. That, my friends, is the worst workout to ever grace this earth. The hardest part of your workout is over. I'm not gonna do hip thrust today. At least once a week you should be doing hip thrust. Instead of a hip thrust, I'm gonna do a good morning. Okay, so the thing about a good morning is it's similar to an RDL, but since the weight is on your back, you really have to use your mind to muscle connection to use your butt. You don't want your leg to fall directly under the barbell, but like a step behind, so that when you're down and up, first set, shoulder width apart, down, Let's do 10. That felt really good. Yeah, I love good morning tea. No, like tea. Like, I'm not joking. Sumo squats is gonna work out your hamstrings, your adductors, which is like your inner thigh. So freaking good for your thighs. Just a really good overall workout. So sumo squat is gonna be wide stance. So gonna be wide. You want your legs apart, facing outward. And one big mistake I used to do when I was doing my sumo squats is when I would go down, my knees would be like this. You want to make sure that when you're doing a sumo squat, you sumoing all the way up and down. And then also, just when you get the view from the side, you also want to make sure that you're activating your core. So you see, now my core is activated. This is like not activated. This is activated. If you want to know how to activate your core, do a cough. Like cough, core is activated. So core activated, feet wide, facing outward, and when you're going up and down, you want to make sure your knees follow. Your weight is just gonna come up to like your crotch, okay? So you're gonna be leaning forward a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna do 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. After this, we'll do one more workout and then we can call it a day, okay? Last thing we about to do is cable kickbacks. You want this to be at knee level. Lean forward, right? Holding on to the bar for stabilization. You wanna make sure you're not doing one of these while you're doing a kickback. You just wanna be forward still, and then your leg is gonna be doing all the work the whole time. And you see how I'm not moving, but my leg is? That is what you want. And I lost count. I don't know how many I did. If you're feeling it and you're non-working glute, it's probably because you're moving too much. That was like a big thing when I started doing cable kickbacks, and I couldn't understand why people would like this so much, because I'm like, you don't even feel this in your glute, like somebody's lying. But no, you're just doing it wrong. So same thing with this leg. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. I don't know what number that is. I lost count. Oops. Okay, I want to give y'all some quick tips and just stuff that you should know. It's gonna be rapid speed fire, so if you got a pen and a pad, write it down. First things first, you need to be supplying your body with enough protein so that your muscles could grow. So you should be eating at least a gram of protein to your body weight. I'm 135 pounds. If I want to gain, I should be eating at least 135 grams of protein or more in a day to supplement that muscle growth. So secondly, macros. Your macros are going to be important too. I struggle with gaining weight for so long because even when I was eating enough protein, I wasn't eating enough calories, I wasn't eating enough carbs. Unless you are like a bodybuilder, you still need those things. Bodybuilders tend to go into like extreme calorie deficits so that they could really like burn all the fat off their body. You don't necessarily need to go on a strict diet to see results. I still eat the same things that I eat all the time. You know, if you're having pasta, just make sure you overload it with protein and you're not eating as much pasta. You know, you never needed 3 scoops of linguine. You never needed that. Okay, that's gonna be key because people always ask me, what do you eat? What do you eat? Progressive overload. Progressive overload is gonna be really important because you cannot you cannot grow your butt by lifting 35 pounds every single week. You get what I'm saying? You know, focus on your form first. Focus on that. And then start increasing the weights. 5 pounds every week. 5 pounds every 2 weeks. Regardless, you gotta take it up. Come here. Come here. Lift the weights. Okay? Stop being scared. Stop being lazy. It's gonna be okay as long as you're doing it properly. Next thing, hypertrophy training. You want time under tension. So like slow down your reps, okay? You never had to do your workout in 5 seconds. You never had to do that. So it's okay, you could slow down your reps. That's how you're gonna see the most growth. I also have a beginner's glute guide, which is gonna be linked in the description. With that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go.